Good morning and welcome to Akshela, London. It's Tuesday today and we're outside in the garden. And today I have to know my limits. I have to know when to exercise, to push to the max, and then to kind of understand my limit. Okay, you can't do it today. You got to let the body rest. It's also important to let my body rest to recover from the pressure and the tension I've been putting on the muscles. So today I'm just sitting in the garden making a video for my channel. What I want to talk about is my limits in everything I do. There's different limits I have for my workout, for my riding, for my eating, for my smoking, limits for boundaries and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking at my limits. Do I push myself enough to the limits? We're looking at my channel, and I'm looking at the kind of work I'm doing on my channel, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I could put in a bit more work. So the last few days I've been uploading a couple more videos. I've been, putting down some exercise videos, and we're going to do a lot more exercise videos, and we're going to get into some good videos. But right now we're just talking about, do I push myself enough when I'm exercising? Yeah, I do. So I'm able to now realize that you need to have a balance, an overall balance of exercise, rest, and good diet. So I've really come a long way on my diet. So I look at myself 5-6 years ago, how I used to eat. It was ice cream, it was chocolate, it was McDonald's, it was French fries, Coca-Cola all the time. Like, it was out of control. Coffee was a problem. Today I've got all those things kind of on manageable. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm far from perfect, but what I have is a system where I wake up in the morning, I go for a ride. On my ride, I'm telling myself, okay, this is what you need to do today. This is how you're going to respond. This is how you're going to react. Sometimes I can't focus and get it right 100%, but I try my best, and that's all I can do. See, I'm not in a mental institution, I'm not in a rehab, I'm not in a halfway home. I'm in independent living, so I've come a long way. And I'm teaching myself, schooling myself, educating myself in all ways. So yeah, it's a blessing. I just keep to my routine, keep to what I have to do. It's very simple, but my thinking, gets in the way. So yeah, I wake up in the morning and I make that decision again. How am I going to be, even if I get the small things wrong, I still get it right because I don't pick up that drink. I don't go and chase stimulants, cocaine, crystal meth, crack cocaine. We're not on any medical prescription drugs, or we're not abusing any medicines, Inspiral, Librium, clorazepam. And all the prescription drugs, the lithium, the olanzapine, the Zyprexa, Seroquel, all those mood stabilizers, that olanzapine, they're all stopped. So we look at the growth and we think, what's going on? Yeah, you've changed, yeah. And it comes down to the mental stability. Am I going to be responsible? Am I accountable for my actions? Am I able to, man up and say, let's get some stuff done? So what are my projects right now? We're working on the book. The book takes up a lot of my thoughts, and it goes into a good energy. It channels and it filters right. Getting subscribers, my Hindi. Yeah, I study about 2.5 hours a day on Hindi. I do like about 2.5 hours, 3 hours of Hindi a day in my room. That's only in my room, not studying it. Not learning it, studying, revising, refreshing the mind, letting it know that this is how you're meant to speak in Hindi. It takes time, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort. It takes me being consistent in my actions, And I'm going to be posting today a lot of videos throughout the day of what's going on and how I'm feeling. I mean, my feelings change all the time. I was writing this in my chapter yesterday. I was so numb for years, that I didn't understand feelings. So when I get a feeling, it's kind of new. But I work through the feeling, and sometimes I don't. And there is sometimes a bad outcome, but it's not so bad to where I have to be admitted or, sort of in being in a controlled environment. No, no, it's all good today. And yeah, man. But one of the things I understand is every time I went into a program or I went into a halfway home or any sort of institution, I used to run away before any gifts or blessings or whatever, anything good happened. So patience is a big key. Having patience allows you to slow down and feel what's going on uncomfortably or happy or whatever it is. We're able to identify. So yeah, I mean it's very simple, but again, my alcoholic addict mind complicate it and just make so many things which are not true. So I recommend something. We have somebody. I recommend you have somebody. Some people call it a sponsor. Some people call it a guide, a mentor, a life coach. Somebody who can, kind of give you suggestions through your feelings, your thoughts, and you tend to get the best outcomes. It's a one day at a time program as well. When we try and raise things, we forget about what's happening right now in the present, the moment. And living in the moment is very important because we get to understand and appreciate and see and feel and breathe and live the moment. If we lose track of the moment, we're living in the past or the future, so what happens is we're not focused on right now. See, right now I'm focused on making this video. Simple as. And after that, I have to rethink and say, what is the next thing? Well, the next thing is probably going to be, let's get on to some writing. Let's sort of like go for a small walk, do some push-ups, lots of push-ups, some jumping jacks, something which isn't too strenuous on the body. Because right now my body is very tired. My body is really at its limit, and I can't keep going and going because eventually it affects other parts of my day. Again, that balance should not be too much up and not too much down. It's got to be, balanced out equally. So I'm able to be the best in everything I do. I mean, not be the best, but be the best I can. It's not about competing. When I try to compete with anyone or anything, there's always a wrong outcome. If I'm competing on the road, it's dangerous. There could be an accident for me or for the guy I'm, competing against. In my exercise, I don't compete or compare because I am what I am and where I'm supposed to be. And in my education, it's just about keeping up what you can do at your pace, and yeah, that's it. It's not an easy thing starting up a channel. So I understand that, I've done some research and I've heard people say it takes years and years to get recognized, to get out there. And that's fine, For years and years I was doing absolutely nothing but ruining my life and people's life around me. So when I say it takes years, it's okay, I have that. And you never know what happens, who's going to see this. It might go viral or whatever, we never know. So we just keep posting and we keep in touch with ourselves and our finances, our mental attitude, everything I'm trying to be aware of, and get home safely at the end of the day or end of what I'm doing. It's really important. There's people out there that have invested a lot of their love, time, money. Excuse me, as I say in my other videos, I get a call or I get informed that this guy's died, that guy's died. And it's happening all the time. It doesn't stop. It's because I've come into recovery and stopped all the bad things that other people have. And their lives are going to be, the end result is death, jail, or an institution. And I've been to the two already. I've been to the jails and I've been to institutions. The next one on the list is death, and I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm not ready to end it. So yeah, today I stay focused. Today I stay grateful. I try to be humble. I try to be aware, open-minded, and see things from other people's shoes. Sometimes see things from a third person's shoes. That's what it is. So I come here, I make these videos, and hopefully, someone gets anything out of this. It's a win for me, and it's a win for them. If one person, just, get something out that I say, then it makes a lot of sense. Because when I'm talking to the camera, I'm making a video, I'm checking myself. So I check myself and I say, okay, yeah, okay. Why were you that guy who was addicted to meth? Why were you the guy that every time you had a drink, you couldn't control it? Why were you that guy that had to be the center of attention when I first started drinking and stuff? I was the kid that went overboard and couldn't, So yeah, why was that me? So these are the things we have to look at. Why our behavior was like that. What was missing? Was it love? Was it why were you insecure? Why were you feeling this way? It's all about why. And the key is to be able to understand yourself, understand who you are. See, I now today understand that making mistakes is part of growth because we learn from that. If we learn from that and take it on board seriously, then we learn from our mistakes. Like if we didn't make, people didn't make mistakes, then there'll be no growth. But then again, I say this to say that we don't have to make any more mistakes. We can listen from other people's mistakes and move forward. And that's the key right there, to use other people's mistakes and move forward. I got tired of being tired, so I have to take action to change. And that's across the board from A to Z. Everything has to change. One guy told me one time, he said, actually, you've got to change only one thing. I said, what's that? Because you've got to change everything. So I tried to change everything, and it's not going to happen. You're not going to be suddenly a perfect, that guy who's Mr. AA, Mr. Recovery, Mr. Vlogger, whatever. No, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of people. People need to trust you. People need to understand what you're saying. But we're all the same. If you have a problem, it's not the drinks and the drugs. It's good. Mental. Your thinking is a bit off. Yeah, but accept it. I accepted it. So acceptance is a big thing. When I accept, I'm wired differently. My mind thinks differently, and I respond to my mind most of the times. That my responses are most times are going to be not right, so not as they should be, not at their best. So what we have to do is we have to have a sponsor, have a guide, have a mentor, have somebody who can pull you through. Say, come on, bro, this is what we have to do. We have to get to this level. When you get to that level, then do some reflection, look back and see. Okay, now you've got to have another vision, another level to get to. It's all about levels. There's levels to everything. When you understand that things take time and there's levels, and to get to the levels, we've got to go through little steps, then you're in the right place. Yeah, it's I'm not saying like you're gonna. It's not easy to do a thing which is now turn your will over to God or start believing in God, but it's a power grade in yourself. I'm sure you don't make the sun go around, and I'm sure I don't make the sun go around. I don't make the sun go up, I don't make the sun go down. I don't make the world go around, so I don't let the sun go around. So there's obviously a power stronger than us. When you look at the flowers, the beautiful nature, what makes that grow? It's Mother Earth. So I use Mother Earth as sort of my base, and what I take from that is that Mother Earth kind of works on energy. So I look at energies, and I say if I'm giving off the wrong energy, even 1%, well, my next encounter with anything or anyone will be 1% wrong. So I must remember, like at the end of the day, if the cameras don't catch me, or I don't get caught by anyone, or the police don't see, Mother Earth gives that energy back. She gives that kind of energy to me back, And what happens is we're not able to grow then, because some people call it karma. What we give, we get back. End of the day, I used to think it was cool to laugh at handicapped people. I thought it was cool to be this kind of hard nut gangster, rude boy, whatever, listening to rap music and stuff. I like the beats of rap, lyrics. Well, they do influence you. Music goes a long way into how you feel, and then how you think, and then how you behave. If you're listening to rap gangster shit like Tupac or something, then obviously you're going to be in that mindset of that kind of music. If you're sitting in an opera listening to classical, well, you're probably just going to be chilled out and not thinking violence. And it's just we are a product of our environment. So I don't look at people who come from a slum and say, this is the right thing, but I understand this is what you see and what you've been born into. But there is another way to live, and with that kind of, to live that way, you need to have a goal, have targets, have a vision of what you want in life. And when you get that vision in life, go for it. I watch a lot of motivational interviews. I'm seeing a lot of things, And anger is a good thing, but my anger ends up getting me in a personal anger. So anger is a healthy thing, but when it's filtered in the channel in the right way, it's healthy. So yeah, this is Akshay Lal London. You're just watching the #1 recovery channel in the world, man. I'm telling you, if you think it's anyone who has a problem with alcohol or drugs and you need some help, tune into this thing, yeah. I'm sure that I might have been through some things that your family or friends have been through. I'm just out here to give suggestions and let people know that it is true, that things do change and we do start getting what we want, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and it does happen. Don't run away and don't throw in the towel before that stuff comes to you, because it does come, but it takes time. It took time to become the addict and mess things up every time. It takes time to change and to become a better person. Takes a lot of process. It takes time. It takes baby steps to bigger steps to okay, we got it, but there's a lot of work we need to do. It doesn't come without any work. We don't get what we want, we get what we deserve. But what we want, if we want it, we have to work for it. You're watching Akshay Lal London. Please be safe out there. Please be kind to one another and have a good day. Yeah, it's a blessing to be on this channel.